Welcome to a special journey, Amanda's journey against procrastination. Amanda, like many of us, had a problem: procrastination. She always seemed to be putting things off, leaving tasks for later, allowing that annoying little voice in her head to win, do it later. Let's understand what was going on in Amanda's head. Her mind, just like ours, is programmed to favor immediate gratification. This is evolution, friends. In the brain, there's a constant struggle between the prefrontal cortex, the long-term planner, and the limbic system, the lover of immediate satisfaction. When Amanda procrastinated, it was the limbic system that was winning. But that's normal. It's a natural brain reaction that evolved over millions of years. Knowing this, having this awareness, was Amanda's first step in fighting procrastination. But identifying the problem was not enough. Amanda also needed to recognize the triggers that drove her procrastination. Whether it was a boring task, fear of failing, lack of energy, or lack of clarity in tasks, Amanda experienced all of this. Monotonous tasks were a real thorn in the side for Amanda. Her cleaning routine, for example, seemed like an endless nightmare. It was always the same thing, over and over, and there always seemed to be something more interesting to do. The result? Cleaning was always postponed. Amanda found 1,000 excuses not to face the monotony of cleaning. The fear of failing was another huge trigger for Amanda. She always wanted to sign up for an art class, something she had always dreamed of doing. But the fear of not being good enough, of failing and being judged for it, always held her back. She found excuses like, "I don't have time," or "It's too expensive," to postpone the course registration. Deep down, however, it was the fear of failure that was behind this, and the lack of energy. Oh yes. After a long day of work, who still has energy to face a list of pending tasks? This was a constant trigger for Amanda. She found herself exhausted after work and often put off tasks simply because she felt too tired to deal with them. And finally, the lack of clarity in tasks. Sometimes, Amanda felt overwhelmed with all the tasks she had to do. She didn't know where to start, and everything seemed like a giant mess. The lack of organization and planning made her feel lost, and as a way to cope with this, she simply put off tasks. Recognizing and understanding these triggers was Amanda's second step in the fight against procrastination. So what did Amanda do to overcome procrastination? She tried different techniques, such as the Pomodoro Technique, the Eisenhower Matrix, and the 2-minute rule. And that's when things really started to change for Amanda. She was applying the Pomodoro Technique, using a cell phone app to keep time and allowing herself short breaks to relax. This made house cleaning much less intimidating. Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique is a time management method developed in the late 1980s. The concept is quite simple and effective. Choose a task. It can be anything, from a small task to a large project. Set a timer for 25 minutes. This is your Pomodoro or uninterrupted time block dedicated to work. Work on the task until the timer rings. During this time, keep your focus on the task and avoid distractions. Take a short break. When the timer rings, take a 5-minute break. This helps the mind rest and prepare for the next Pomodoro. Repeat the process. After 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break of 15-30 minutes. The Pomodoro Technique is effective because it combines periods of focused work with regular breaks, which can increase productivity, reduce mental fatigue, and improve time management. With the Eisenhower Matrix, Amanda began to categorize her tasks and was better able to balance her responsibilities. She even signed up for that art course she was afraid of failing. And guess what? She's loving it. Eisenhower Matrix. The Eisenhower Matrix is a very effective time management tool. It helps to prioritize tasks by dividing them into 4 categories based on their urgency and importance. Important and urgent. These are tasks you need to do immediately. Important but not urgent. These are tasks you need to plan and execute soon but are not urgent. Urgent but not important. These are tasks that you could delegate to someone else as they need to be done quickly but do not contribute as much to your long-term goals. Not urgent and not important. These are tasks that you could eliminate, as they do not contribute to your goals and are not urgent. This matrix is an effective way to distinguish between what is truly important and what is merely urgent. It can help improve productivity and time management, making it easier for you to decide what to do next. By applying the 2-minute rule, small tasks like replying to a quick email or washing a cup were done immediately. This left Amanda with a sense of accomplishment and a noticeably shorter task list. 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule is a productivity strategy popularized by productivity expert David Allen in his book, Getting Things Done. The basic concept is simple. If a task is going to take 2 minutes or less to complete, you should do it immediately instead of postponing it or scheduling it for later. This might include quick tasks, such as replying to an email, taking out the trash, washing a dish, or jotting down a reminder. The idea is that by taking care of these small tasks immediately, you prevent them from piling up and becoming more manageable. Also, the sense of accomplishment you get from completing these tasks can help boost your productivity for larger tasks. And how about putting this technique into practice immediately? So, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to have access to other content like this. This takes far less than 2 minutes. And in addition to the sense of accomplishment you will get from completing this task, you will be much more well-informed about what is important for your personal improvement. But Amanda's journey was not over yet. She discovered some extra tricks along the way. Making the task more enjoyable, for example, by listening to her favorite music while cleaning or working, made a big difference. She started to break down large tasks into smaller parts, making them less overwhelming and more manageable. But above all, Amanda learned to be kind to herself. She understood that it's normal to procrastinate once in a while. The key is not to beat yourself up about it, but to recognize when it happens, understand why it happens, and then take steps to change. And now, the once procrastinating Amanda is in control of her time, experiencing a new joy in her tasks, and living her life to the fullest. And you? Are you ready to embark on your own journey to overcome procrastination? And here we are at the end of our journey with Amanda. But remember, the journey against procrastination is continuous and individual for all of us. Just like Amanda, you too can discover your own techniques, overcome your triggers, and find your way to a more productive life. Until next time. And remember, you are the master of your time.